In this video, we are going to talk about Kaspa, some of its recent price action, as well as the important support and resistance areas, and where we can expect Kaspa's price to go in the coming days and weeks. So we'll start by looking at the weekly chart, and what we can see here is that in the last week, we've had a very volatile recovery by Kaspa. This is obviously correlated to the rally by Bitcoin that we've seen in the last week. In the last few days, we've seen Bitcoin's price rally from about 80k to over 90k in just a few days. This is a very volatile move for Bitcoin, and as you can see, Kaspa has followed it and gotten a pretty significant rally of its own. But of course, with Kaspa being such a small market cap coin, its volatility is absolutely insane, and although this rally is very significant, on the weekly chart as a whole, it's not looking that impressive. But an interesting thing to look at is that last time we were at this level of about 4 cents, and then we've gotten a recovery was back here in late 2023. And back then, after we were at this level of 40 cents and we started the recovery, it led to an absolutely insane rally, going all the way up to 15 cents and then eventually continuing this rally to the all-time high at around 20 cents. So will we repeat the same thing this time? Obviously, it's completely uncertain, but I think that if we see Bitcoin continuing to rally and approaching new all-time highs, as well as the rest of the crypto market doing well again, if we see Ethereum breaking above 5k, then I think that it is actually completely possible that we see something similar that will lead to a new all-time high for Kaspa. But of course, all of this is still very far away right now, and the possibility of us actually being in a bear market already is pretty significant. And if we are already in a bear market and Bitcoin's relief rally only leads to a macro lower high and we don't actually get a new all-time high for Bitcoin in the next few months, then Kaspa will likely also not reach a new all-time high. I do think that Bitcoin will likely continue its recovery in the next couple of months, and it will likely head above 100k again. And if that does happen, then I think it is completely possible for Kaspa to go all the way back to these areas of about 10-11 cents. But I think that if Bitcoin doesn't reach a new all-time high, then this recovery by the entire crypto market will be pretty short-lived, and it will not lead to really a reversal in the trend and to a new all-time high. As you can see, since the all-time high back in 2024, Kaspa has very clearly been in a downtrending channel with lower highs and lower lows, and this rally in the last few days has not changed that whatsoever. For this to really start changing, we would need to see Kaspa's price going above 11 cents and actually creating a new higher high. But this is still very far away right now. This would mean for Kaspa to double its price, and I think that for Kaspa to really sustain a new higher high, it would require Bitcoin to at least get close to its previous all-time high, and Ethereum probably crossing 5k. In general, what I'm thinking at the moment is that most altcoins will likely underperform Bitcoin and Ethereum, at least in the next few weeks, because historically, for altcoins to really do well and outperform as a whole, what we need to see is the entire crypto market having a period of euphoria. We need to see Bitcoin getting a parabolic move, followed by Ethereum, and then followed by the rest of the crypto market. And right now, we are nowhere near that. We are still significantly below the all-time highs for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Of course, there will be some exceptions, and Kaspa could theoretically be one of those exceptions that actually outperforms Bitcoin and Ethereum and reaches new all-time highs, despite the rest of the crypto market not doing that well. But it is very unlikely, and most altcoins will not do such a move. So of course, this isn't financial advice, but I personally wouldn't really get heavy into altcoins at the moment. Of course, if you really like Kaspa, if you like the technology behind it and you understand it very well, you can get into it. That's just not really my thing. I personally mostly look at the chart and the price structure and rely more on technical analysis rather than the fundamental analysis of each coin. I do obviously look at the trends in the entire crypto market and not just what I'm seeing on the charts, but the utility of the coin doesn't really interest me. That's just not what I personally do. If that's your thing and you like Kaspa, feel free to allocate a small percentage of your portfolio to it, but I would highly suggest to not put a lot of your portfolio to it because it's such a small market cap and volatile coin. And as I said, most altcoins will likely continue to underperform Bitcoin and Ethereum in the coming weeks. at least until we see a much more significant period of euphoria by the entire market. And if the bear market already started, then Kaspa will likely just continue to dump. So yeah guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it and you want more updates about Kaspa as well as other altcoins and the crypto market in general, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.